Anyone of you close that door? No? Backside.
Good afternoon to all present here. We'll start with session 3. The keynote speaker, Shilpa Prabhu Patil, Head IILP, East Point Group of Institutions. She will be speaking on the topic using RPA as personal secretary. Shilpa Prabhu Patil, currently serving as the head of Industry Institute Integrated Learning Programs at East Point Group of Institutions. She is also an assistant professor at East Point College of Engineering, Bangalore, in Computer Science Department. She holds MTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering. She has a total of 11 years of experience in teaching field and 2 years of experience as RPA developer at her own. Her area of interest is robotic process automation. She is currently training more than 150 students for certification on RPA UiPath at East Point. She is a two-level certified from UiPath as Advanced RPA Developer. She is a recipient of Professional Development Award from UiPath in the year 2023. She has initiated and guided automation projects involving student teams, and her dedication to RPA education was recognized when she was featured as the Educator of the Week on the UiPath Academic Hub in July 2023. Furthermore, she actively contributed to the placement of 15 final year students in the RPA domain at her previous company, showcasing her commitment to bridging the gap between education and industry through practical RPA training and initiatives. Additionally, she has a passion for sharing knowledge and insights in the field of RPA, reflected in her enthusiasm for writing blogs on the subject. Prior to East Point, she has worked in PEA School of Engineering and then in the Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore. On a personal note, Shilpa believes in improving competitiveness and growth in herself and students. She was a speaker for many workshops and FDPs conducted by various organizations. Shilpa is an academic alliance coordinator for UiPath on behalf of East Point. She was also an academic alliance coordinator for EMC Corporation on behalf of East Point. She has trained more than 100 students for EMC, CIS, and ISM certification at East Point. She is the recipient of EMC Game Changer Award during EMC Academic Summit in the year 2015. I welcome you, madam. May I request Mrs. Bhavana to felicitate the keynote speaker. keynote speaker. I request the participant to switch off the mobile.
Afternoon, everyone. So, how are the sessions? Going? So, this today is the third day, I suppose. Fourth day. Tomorrow to one more day. So, may I know what is the background? You all are all MCA students or BCA? All are from MCA? Any BCA students here? Okay. MCA first year? So, today I'll be speaking on robotic process automation. Have you all heard about this? How many of you all know this? Or at least heard about this? Yes. You all have learned this somewhere in your undergraduate program? No. But you all have heard. So others are not aware of this. So this concept, robotic process automation, in short, RPA, came into existence, or it had come into existence much earlier, but this became a more trending topic only after Corona. Process automation. Anything that comes to your mind? Robot. Pardon me? Man-made? Man-made machine. Okay. Robot. Anything that comes to your mind apart from robot? Robotic is there, so robot came to your mind. Correct. Anything else? Any other word or anything? Any conclusion regarding the title? Replacement of human with robot. Okay, fine. Okay. So, what is the job of the robot? No, no. I'm asking job of the robot. How does the robot look like? It looks like a human. All have seen the similar kind. There is one hotel in Indranagar, okay, where these robots act as servers. Their servers are replaced by robots. If you happen to visit Indranagar, please visit that hotel. Okay. So main task is, what is the main task? Ultimately, robots will reduce my human task or work or job, right? It is like an assistant to me, right? everything I can't do. Even if I'm able to do, my lot of my time is wasted in maybe there are very small things which I feel are taking a lot of time, and my time is getting wasted, which is not at all productive. I have more productive works to do. So in that case, maybe you all know in companies and all, they have a secretary, right? So what is the secretary? What is his job or her job? Small little scheduling meetings, interacting with clients and all. If the CEO sits making all these things, when will he concentrate on important job as a CEO? Right? So they hire a secretary. So the same task is for robot. Robot is one assistant. So far you'll have seen a robot that is physical, which is like looks like a human being, which has a hands and legs, and the way like same like human structure the robot is made up of, right? So y'all would have seen, say for example, I train the robot. Robots are trained, right? All the robot doesn't have any intelligence. It is trained to do different types of jobs, right? So for example, a robot is trained in such a way that just a small example I'm giving you. The robot will pick a book from one table and keep it into the another table. I've trained a robot for that. So whatever you have taught it, it will do, right? It will pick and it will keep. Suppose if the book is missing there, then what should the robot do? How it will go and search? It's not a. That's what I want to convey, that robot doesn't have a intelligence. Robot doesn't have a intelligence. It cannot take a decision. If it doesn't find, it cannot take a decision. Now, what I will do is, I will insert a lens, intelligent lens into its eyes. Robot eyes. I will insert a intelligence. Lens means, uh, say for example, now in all these biometric devices, your IV's recognition biometric devices are there. Here only in mechanical department we would have seen all pictures punch a take 30. We give a finger impression, right? There's one more biometric which is installed there, which has a iris recognition. So it will identify my face, or it will, even in airports you would have seen, they will identify through your iris. So like this. So such kind of lens, if I insert into the robot eye, my robot will become intelligent. I'm trying to make it intelligent. Some way I'm finding. So now, if the book is not found, it will come to know that book is not found. And I might also train that if the book is not found, since all of you are from MCA, all would know C language, C program. All are aware of this. So I'll put a if and else condition. I'll program that robot in such a way that this book is not found. Then to take another decision. Come to the else condition. You come or say book is not there, pen is there. Pick the pen and keep it here. Just an example. So like this. So ultimately what I'm making is the robot I'm making intelligent so that the task of human is reduced, or the intervention of human is reduced. It is not going to call me and make me take decisions. It will take it on its own. It will reduce my half of the work. So that is the job of robot in general. Right? So this is all about physical robot that you had seen. Okay. Now, I will give you an example. The same concept applies here also, robotic process automation. So, robotic process automation is all about automating your daily tasks on your laptop or on your computer system. Nothing happens physical. Anything that is related on your laptop or system, software related. So that is called as robotic process automation. I am going to create a robot on my laptop, which is robot means I'm not going to create a robot which has hands and legs. I will create a bot. Usually in this RPA we call robot as bot. We don't call it as robot. We call it as bot. So I will create a bot. Bot means it's a subset of, it's a program. I will create that program which will act like a robot and execute my daily tasks, which will automate my daily tasks without my intervention. We will be learning more about that. How you're going to create that robot, how you're going to, what type of tasks I'm going to automate. When I tell automate, that means I'm going to stop human intervention. Are you getting this? Understanding this? What I'll give an example, simpler example to understand this RPA software. Okay. Say for example, daily morning I check my Gmail. Okay. Say I have thousands of emails coming into my inbox on daily basis. So what is the first step that I will be doing? What is the first step? Either you have an app on your phone, okay, or if you're doing it on a laptop, you open the Chrome browser. That is the first step. Double click the Chrome browser. I type in www.gmail.com. Then the username will come. I'll enter the username. I'll enter the password. Once the authentication is done, I'll go to my inbox page. Then I will keep scanning my all the new incoming emails. Now suppose if you say weekly, I have registered or I have subscribed for a Reader's Digest, some magazine, some digital magazine that I get on weekly basis to my inbox. But I don't have time to scan the inbox and download that magazine. Maybe the weekends I spend time reading that technical magazine, but it is somewhere present in my mail. I don't have time to scan all the emails because on weekends it's going to be more for me. If by scanning the emails, nearly or 10 minutes will go. Just I'm giving a small example. So what I will do is I will create one digital assistant for me, one secretary for me. How will I create that? This robotic process automation. There's a tool for this. So I'm using that tool. I will create a digital assistant. So that digital assistant, what it will do is, it will copy whatever I'm doing on my screen. It will copy everything, each and every step, including double click on the Chrome icon, opening the browser, typing the Gmail website address, entering the username, entering the password, click sign in button, then go to inbox page, scan the inbox, find that particular mail that you want, download it, keep it on your desktop, and send you a message to your WhatsApp saying, I have downloaded this book for you or magazine for you. It is now ready to read. All these I was doing. I was spending nearly 10 to 15 minutes. But this 10 to 15 minutes is saved for me because of this, my digital assistant, which I have created using this technology called as robotic process automation. Then got an idea what kind of tasks I can automate, right? I am not going to automate nothing physically I can do. Whatever I am going to automate is on my laptop. All everything related to interface and your software. Is that clear? So this robotic process automation, we'll see in detail how it works. So uh, there are many tools in the market. Okay. For example, you all have heard about SQL, no? SQL, you all know. There are many vendors for this. For example, you have which you all know? Oracle, you all know. That is the one which provides you tool or to execute SQL statements. Okay, which you all know? SQL. Microsoft also there is one. Okay. So like this, there are vendors who provide a platform to execute your programs. So similarly here, for execution or developing this bot, okay, there are many tools in the market, okay, which companies have prepared those tools. So they have come up with those tools, right? So few of the tools I'll name. One is called UiPath. Okay, UiPath is a product company. It's an automation company which is leading in the market in these automation tools, and we have tied up with them UiPath. So this UiPath tool, what they do is they have developed a tool, okay, where you can develop these bots and they sell it to the companies whoever wants to implement. Okay, and they charge that. And internally, ultimately, when you are selling a tool, you charge for that. They sell these tools as products. Okay, so various fields this RPA is used. Not only you might be feeling that whenever you look at the topic, this tool is used only in the software industry. No, it is used in all types of industries, including healthcare, logistics, healthcare. Okay, one more small example I'll give you and we'll go to the slides. Healthcare, when you visit a hospital, what does first a receptionist who sits there will take your details. They will take your name, your health history, your age, and so on. All the history will be taken and it will be fed into their ERP. Now, what that person is doing on daily basis, she's doing the same thing. Whichever person comes, whichever patient comes, she's going to take their details, feed it into their ERP. First of all, the salary you have to give to one person. Okay. Apart from that time, on daily basis, she's doing the same thing. And for her, it's not at all a productive work. She's not learning anything new. Right? The same task, no learnings in that. The same task she's doing. Such tasks, which on daily basis happen without any productivity or not exactly productivity. The daily tasks where there is no change at all. Such tasks are called as mundane jobs. You call them as mundane, mundane, mundane. Mundane jobs means the jobs which don't change at all. Daily basis, they are doing the same job. Excel operators, daily basis, they are doing the same thing. Only their formats might change. But what their job is, they will be only entering the data into the Excel formats. Right? So such things are called as mundane jobs. Ultimately, they are boring. Yes, so when you do the same job on daily, year-wise, they are boring. So such jobs which are mundane, which are repetitive tasks, you can automate them using RP. There is always a condition. You cannot simply automate all the jobs. You have to select what types of jobs you can automate. Okay, so jobs which are mundane, which are boring, should be automated. So companies have to identify such category of jobs. HR jobs can be automated, healthcare jobs can be automated, inventory management can be automated. Okay, in our own college, admission procedure can be automated instead of a person sitting and doing. To create one, it will automate everything. Admission procedure. HR already as final year students have automated the HR onboarding process as a part of 8th project of sending offer letters, generating offer letters and all, they're automated using the same RPA UiPath tool. So like this, there are many daily examples where you can automate. So this is just a brief example of RPA. Hope all have got, I just wanted to give you an example, what is the difference between the normal robot and this robot. All have got an idea? So we will be discussing what is RPA, okay, what RPA does, and why should you care. See, going further, I guess you all would have attended SVP research session. AI is going to take over in the coming years. Everything, all your jobs also all, everything is in danger now. Because you all have to, otherwise you all have to upskill. If you don't upskill, you are lost in the race. Right? Then RPA approach. Just now I told you what is the approach towards how where you have to apply this RPA. You cannot simply apply RPA or automate things. You have to select what type of jobs should be automated. Next, why UiPath tool is chosen by most of them. Then benefits of RPA and what are the possible certifications for you all in RPA. Because we are tied up with UiPath, okay, all the content is free. Only thing you'll have to pay for the exam and that you will have some discounts in the exam voucher for this. So we'll be discussing more about that. So coming to the first slide, what is RP? Okay, before that, the global already now we are in 2024. This slide I just prepared in the last year, 2023. Global RP economy is expected to top $8.75 billion by 2024. already many have lost jobs. You can consult your seniors or your friends who are working in this. Whoever was on, many of our students who 2 years back when they graduated, now they're coming and asking actually videos for me how to learn RPA. If you have any tutorial videos, please share them out. They have made it compulsory for us to learn RPA irrespective of whatever role we have in the company. Any tool you will use, but you will have to learn the usage of RPA. Because everything is getting automated. Everywhere, this automation, they are getting into place. Okay, so that is what they are saying. The market of this RPA, any tool it might be, is going to increase. It has already increased by 8.7 billion dollars. So that means your jobs will be impacted. 52% of experts say that RPA will create more jobs than it displaces by 2025. Before we go into this, what do you all feel? RPA, okay, as I told you, everything will get automated. Will you lose jobs? Or you feel more jobs will be created? Anyway, robot is going to take over you. Half of your work will be displaced or it will be taken by robot. So what is your conclusion? Will the jobs be created or there will be a very shortage of jobs? Okay. Now, I told you there are maybe not these many jobs that were available these days will not be that much count will not be there in the coming days. Now my question is, I told you we are going to use some tool to create bots. UiPath I will use. There's something called as Automation Anywhere is one company. Blue Prism is one more company. Okay. So these are the tools in the market which provide tools for your automation. Now, somebody should be there who should know how to create bots, how to write program in that. Although the tasks, number say 1 lakh tasks are there, in order to do 1 lakh tasks, you might require 15 days. But my automation tool, if you automate it, it will take only half a day. Okay, 15 days will be replaced by just a half a day. Okay, the number of jobs will be definitely it will be reduced. But somebody should be there who know to use the tool, who is a programmer for that tool. Somebody should be able to manage that whole project using this tool. Okay, so somebody should have be there, right? So this is what we're telling you. If you learn these tools, if you know how to code in these tools, you will be called as a RP developer, RP analyst. Now, such job roles will be created. Already they are there, but much more jobs will be created in 2025. So it means that it is not going to simply lose, all are going to lose the jobs. If you all upskill, definitely I will get jobs because that many new jobs are going to be created. Okay, so this is for the new job roles. Okay, so now what is RPA? We spoke about so many examples. Automating business operations with the help of robots to reduce the human intervention is said to be robotic process automation. That is what ultimately I'm doing, right? I'm going to automate a task where I don't want to interfere in anything. The whole task should be automatically completed. It's like having someone do the job for me, right? That who is that someone? That is the robot. Robot will do the complete job for me. That is called as without my intervention. I will not interfere anywhere. That is called as robotic process automation. So when you split these three words, robotic process automation, you understand the meaning. Robotic means it's one entity. Imagine, I told you, I gave the example of physical robot. The same thing in my laptop, it will be a software, a set of lines, which I am imagining that it will be my digital assistant. But what? Whenever a website opens, you would have seen that chat box opens. Something Nia, I think. Name of that chat. That is what it is robotic process automation. Right? So what? So you when it comes to your mind, you imagine somebody, you feel like somebody is sitting behind to answer your questions. The same happens here. So I can imagine that entity as one entity. some physical existence, I feel that I keep it in my mind that this robot means it's an entity. So robot is one entity which will mimic human actions. I told you, opening of Gmail. Whatever I'm doing on the screen, it will first sit and watch. I'll show you how it is. It will sit and watch all your operations step by step. It will, by taking the screenshot, I will make it as a one program and it will do automatically later. I will teach it how to do it. So it will learn from me. So it will mimic my actions. Mimic my actions means what? It will copy my actions. It will try to do the same actions that I do. So that entity will learn from me. It will do the same actions that I do. So that is called as a robot. Then process. What is a process? It's a series of steps to achieve any goal. Now opening a Gmail and going to your inbox, it has some series of steps. You cannot simply jumble the steps, right? Stepwise procedure has to be followed to go to the inbox page. So those series of steps is called as a process. Automation. Now that process, when you want to execute that process, when I want to perform step by step, I need someone to do those series of steps. First I was doing, now I don't want to do. Who will do it for me? Robot will do it for me. So robot will perform these series of steps without my interference. So it is called as automation. So now when you put all together, it is called as robotic process automation. Yeah? Is that clear? It's a very interesting subject if you start doing. Programs are very interesting. So where does RPA come into picture? We have discussed many examples. I will not go into it again. I have told you about HR field, inventory management, and so on. Right? Now, what does this robotic process automation do? I will not go into each step since I have already given you the background of this robot, RPA. So as I told you, it will eliminate your mundane and repetitive tasks. If you take the job of the data entry operator, main task is to remove the repetitive task. If she had 1 lakh records to process and fill the data, she would have taken 15 days. But if I make a robot bot and to execute on my system, 1 lakh records will be completed within just half an hour. That is there. It will show you how much time it takes to execute. Also, that will be shown in the tool. For other task studies, it will take just seconds, it will be completed. I'm just talking about if there are bank records, if there are more than 1 lakh records per day, and the operator has to execute and enter all the data, 15 days is required. It's not at all possible. There are more chances of error. But in robotic process automation, if you automate the same task of entering the data, correct? Say from Excel to ERP, if you're automating it, it will not make you any error. It will run 24 by 7 and it will not make any mistakes and time taken is also less. So, this is just a scenario of this RPA. Say, but again, the forecasting here by 2030, since everything is going to be taken by AI, RP is also going to overtake the market. AI means it's completely again automation. Automation means RP comes into picture. So the more sooner you learn, the more easily you can fetch the job. Later the competition becomes more because it's like everybody knows Excel now. The same way everybody will be knowing RPA in 2030. Only whoever is expert in that or whoever has achieved some certifications will be called for jobs. Right? So now itself, if you all are experts into this, if you know this tools, easily you can get into this domain in job market. Next, why UiPath? First of all, this UiPath, as I said, is a company that has produced a tool called as UiPath automation tool. And these are leading vendors in the market because their tool has a very easy interface. The easy means it's very easy for any user to use it. User friendly. It's very user friendly. And what the functions that are present in that are very easy to remember. I will show you all that how it looks like also. It's very easy to remember. Our daily words that usage words, normal words are given as function names over there. So it's very easy to use. So that is why, and everything is drag and drop. See, in C program, how do you write? You have to remember including, say, wherever double quotes come, wherever semicolon should come, right? Everything syntax you should remember. Where it's not like that. There is one activity, these functions are called as activities there. You just drag and drop it in the screen, it will automatically come up with your syntax. Only thing you have to just fill up the parameters that you want to pass. Everything is there, ready it will be. So it's very easy to use. So who is using RPA? So the financial services, government, healthcare, transportation, energy, and communications. Communication means this telecom industries. Okay. So now RPA has come. Earlier it was very just it had started in 2019. This company. Now since AI is easily available, they have integrated AI into their tool. Many AI features are there. For example, internal books front page. You'll have your assessment books, no? Where you have written your name, your USA numbers, your subject name, and teachers would have put marks to you. Now say I have 100 books. I don't want to sit and enter each and every mark into the Excel sheet. I want to automate it. In UiPath RP tool, there is one function which is called as document understanding. You have heard about document understanding? OCR? OCR you have heard? Optical character recognition. Optical character recognition tool, you can search in Google. Many tools are there for OCR. Any handwritten tool, okay? When you take a photo of a book, it is an image, but I want to extract or I want to extract the words from that. Say handwritten name. My name Shilpa is written on that. I want to extract only the name. So there are OCR tools which will extract the letters from the image. Right? So such tools are or such APIs are integrated into this Wi-Fi tool. So automatically, if you want to automate any IA books marks, I want to enter directly into Excel sheet. You would have seen all teachers after evaluation, this is then enter into the Excel sheet and upload and keep it. That task I don't want to do, which is time consuming. So what I will do is I just simply take the image of the first page. I will store everything. I'll call this UiPath tool and write a program. How much ever books you want, you upload. Okay, front pages. In just 2 seconds, your all marks will be extracted and stored in the Excel by itself using this UiPath. So this is how AI integration has increased in this RP. So now, okay, we'll not go to how to get started with RPA directly. We'll go to the application itself. Now, how do students benefit using this RPA? Or if you select RPA as your domain in your career, okay? Now only if you want to select this, how will you be benefiting from this? First of all, nobody will believe you if you have just studied. If you say I've studied RPA, I know you to use RPA. How should I trust you? Or how should I evaluate your skills? Now, if you just say there were no exams, final exams, okay, and you say that I completed my engineering, nobody has given you degree also, but you go and tell in the companies that I completed my MCA. How should I believe you? I should have some certificate or some evaluation that was conducted by some authority so that they say that this person is eligible. Now, he has satisfied all the requirements for this particular degree. That is why you will have an exemption. That is how you get a degree. Similarly, when you learn any language or tool, somebody should certify you that you know these skills of these tools. You simply tell, this is my use. How good you are in that tool, company wants to know. So the more you get certified, the more value you will have in your resume. Once you get certified, you can use that logo. So for example, this if I get certified in UiPath, I can put that logo UiPath certified professional. You'll get that logo. When will only give you the badge. Then after passing that exam, you put it on your resume. Just by seeing that one badge on top of your resume, the resumes get shortlisted. Just we be looking for such people on who are certified professionals. Right? So first is make your if you want to go take up this as career, you will have to get certified. Okay. Now to get certified, we are training them students in this college. That is what we are running here. Every week in our engineering table, we have 2 days classes for this separate. We have any other courses apart from RPA, Salesforce, RPA, VMware, Cisco and all. Okay. Each one have their own syllabus and different. There are different teachers who are certified in that. They train on their own tracks. So I take up RPA because this is my domain. Me and my one sir is there. See, we both manage engineering RPA track. Okay. So now, since everything is automation, you need not go to office. This is one added advantage of whoever is there in RP industry. Everything is work from home. Whoever is into RP industry, everybody has work from home. Maybe just for formality, once in a while they will call you in office, but everything is work from home. They are paid lavishly. RP domain pays you very much lavish. If you go, like I'm speaking about if you go into good product companies, you pay lavish. If you just go into small service companies, it's normal. Starting salary 6 lakhs. As an analyst, RP analyst, the 15 students have got placed in my previous organization. All are offered 6.25 as analyst. Okay, they should know this RP. They were not certified, but because of the contact and relationship with them, we got them placed. 15 students have got placed in a year. So this is about 8 lakh per annum that I mentioned is it if you get placed in product companies. That is the starting salary. And I told you flexibility to work from home. And all types of branches. I'm just thinking, since you are MCA, there are no other branches there. But for engineering, we have mechanical, civil, electrical, and all. All students can learn because everybody has knowledge of C language. For this, only one requirement is you should know C language, C programming language. Everything, your logic when you are writing program and you are writing, everything is same as C language. Only thing, the writing the code, dragging and dropping is there, but apart from that, logic wise everything will be implementing using C language only. C language syntax. For loop, while loop, all these are there. So basic prerequisite is you should know C language. So these are the different roles. If you get into RPA companies, RPA developers, RPA business analysts, RPA educators, there are RPA trainers in the company. Rest all are high level because solution architect managers and all are people for the people who are experienced. As freshers, you usually get job as analyst and developers. So I was talking about certifications in the beginning. There are 2 level certifications. Okay, for you as a fresher who don't have industry experience. Okay, as a fresher, you can always start with RPA associate. Now it is named as Automation Developer, I think, Developer Associate. It is renamed. Here I have little content is updated, but the entire thing is same again. Earlier it was given as RP Associate till last year. From this year onwards, they just changed the name of the certification. So this RP Associate, there is one syllabus starting from basics. UiPath has prepared its own syllabus, okay, to pass this RPA Associate exam. They have a content. So you will that content is free for us since we are academic partners for UI. So we offer that to students. Students learn that. Once they feel that they are fully prepared, you can go for certification, writing the certification exams. And this certification exam, I tell you, it is not that easy. You should have hands-on experience daily. Daily you should be, you cannot simply by heart something here and do. This is fully, it's not actually full coding job also. We call it as low code domain. Means where Coding is there, but not to a greater extent. For example, Java developers, if you have heard, we should know very much of programming at a higher level. But that is not required. Just C language is enough for you. If you have logical thinking capability, means how to solve a problem, and if you know C language, you can take up this aptitude. Right? So, if you know that, and if you know to use this tool, and if you learn to code, sample projects, simple, small ones you start learning every day. You'll come to know the actual implementation. So passing the exam becomes easy when you have practical exposure. So practical exposure is very much necessary. Hardly you'll have two to three questions theory based. Remaining all will be through programming only. But that it's not that difficult. Once you start doing, see now in C language, if any question is given, say for example, printf statement is given, printf hello world, and if you have used semicolon in that, you can easily identify what is missing there because you have implemented that. Right? Semicolon is missing, correct it and you run your program. Similarly, it happens even in RPA. Once you start practicing implementing programs in the project, you come to know where are the errors, how it should be implemented. Okay? What is the correct syntax? Everything will come to know. So that is what I'm telling you. Hands-on exposure is very much necessary in this RP. So this first level is RP associate. Next level is advanced. Advanced level happens usually in the for the people who are at least 2 years experience in the industry. The next level of syllabus that you'll be able to understand only when you have industry experience. Okay. So these are the two levels. First level you can concentrate as of now in this associate level. Right? So there are many communities here. I will show you the tool also. I want to show how it looks. I'll just run one small program automatically is done. I'll show you all one. Before that, anybody has any questions? Any questions? Anything related whether you can take up in this career from your career point of view? See this, we have tied up with a whole group of institutions, okay, for the UI path. So if you all want to take up this RPA course, you can inform your faculties. You can allocate your time for your in one class in a week, and we can start the session for you. You can start preparing for this. Anyway, now it is first semester. You have 2 years, no? This your course is 2 years. You have 4 semesters enough to study this nicely, thoroughly, and get the certification. Okay? Let me know if you have and tell to your teachers and communicate to me. Right? And I will just introduce you all to the tool, UiPath tool, how it looks like. I'll run one program and show you small program. Okay? Ma'am, I just introduce them. I'll show them the tool, ma'am. UiPath tool, how it looks like. Now, in Google, when you see this UiPath tool, there are some versions in UiPath tool. Okay, one is called as Community Edition, which is free for all the users. Anybody can download this. So, as of now in the college, we are using this Community Edition. Some features are restricted in that, but it doesn't matter to us because we are not implementing in that high level. Right? For learning purpose, this Community Edition is free of cost, which is available in the you can search in the Google. See www.uipath.com if you give, it will take you to the official website, UiPath. Okay.
What is the duration of this course? Duration.
Ma'am, it's nearly 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours, but that doesn't work here because for maybe for people who work in industry it might work. For us it will take double you can do it double. 100 hours is 50 hours for learning, then 50 another 50 hours for practicing. programs and projects. So 2 semesters we need complete completion. Daily basis if we do. Yes, ma'am. 2 semesters, that's what we saw in engineering. In engineering, we saw at least it took 2 semesters. No. Ma'am, we can do it, but we cannot pass that exam also. We will not have complete knowledge also on that. So at least weekly, if you do twice or thrice also, it will take 2 semesters. Ma'am, actually, RPA people that come from their office, there are so many opportunities. Their clients are all having opportunities for freshers as interns, but they don't have people who are certified or who have studied this developer. They want certified people ultimately, at least one level certified associate. It's usually no, I don't know, ma'am. It comes around 23 to 25,000. One level certification. But in college, sir is planning if he wants to get certified, he said he's going to get discount on that, maybe 50% discount. I mean, when we call for jobs, job description, there is nowhere mandatory mentioned that only BE students are eligible. BCA, MCA are all eligible for RPA developers and RPA analysts. Only thing is you have to be certified. So they have equal opportunities as engineering. So here, when I opened the official, I just typed www.uipath.com. It took me to the official website. You can see here there is one option called as try UiPath for free. Right? If I click that, I cannot show you the whole procedure because I already installed it on my system. It will not go. Okay. It will display you a form where you have to fill your details, your name, your institution, and how many days you'll be using that. Temporarily, you can give 1 year. You have to fill up all those. You will give, there will be a link to install. Directly you can click that link, and UiPath software is automatically installed on your system. Okay, and we can have a session on that if you really want to learn how to install and all. It will take some time now. But since mine is already installed, I won't be able to show. So the icon looks like this. You can see a blue color icon here, UiPath Studio. When it is installed, a shortcut will be created on the desktop and it looks like this. UiPath Studio. Along with UiPath Studio, there will be one more called as UiPath Assistant. This icon also will be installed. Will be using at a very later point of time because it will be only working in UiPath Studio. So this UiPath software when I install, there are actually three parts in this. One is called as UiPath Studio, one is called as UiPath Assistant, another one is called as Orchestrator. The two things get installed. One is UiPath Studio and UiPath Assistant. plugins are there. You can install those. Then templates are there. Already created some templates are there. Means already some code is there. For example, calculator. What some calculator code is already present. Using that calculator, you want to develop something. So this calculator code is already there. Template is already there. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. That code is already built. Snippet is there. You just need to call that in your program and go further. It will reduce your time, work and time. Already template is there. Like how PPT templates are already there. You have to just put your data. Like that, your already code is there. You just need to call it and make your customization. So let's not go into all these things, teams, settings, and all are of no use now. Only when you go for high level projects it's used. So since time is short, I'll just go to this start button we were here. Okay. So option, see, whenever I want to create a new program, in C program, how do you do that? You open a file, save it as name.filename.c. Here, what I should do is, first I need to create a project. Means, what it will do, it will create a folder first. Say for example, take this calculator only. I want to make a calculator project. Okay, where addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are the different options. I'm going to write a code for this. Okay, now say I will make one separate, just in C. If you're doing C program, I'm telling you, you'll write one C program. Say first add.c, then subtract.c, multiplication.c, division.c. All these 4 files, I want to keep it in one single folder and write one main file where I will call all these 4 programs. Understanding this? 4 different files for different operations and one main file. In that main file, I'll call all these functions, but they're all kept in different files. So all these 5 files, I'll keep it in one single folder. That big file single folder, you can imagine that as a project file here. Yalla relating to that. So that project file, if I double any new project you start, you'll have to click on this project. So see here, I click on this blank. Okay, it's a blank now. I have to name it. Say I will give. I want to show you all automation of Notepad, writing into Notepad, how automatically it happens. So I will just give Notepad here as the name. Any name you can give Notepad. Okay, Notepad. The extension for C program was what? .c. Here, you need not give any extension. By default, it is stored as .xaml. XAML we call it as. Okay. By default, it is created. You need not give explicitly anything. By default, all the files in RPA are stored as XAML files. XAML. Okay. I gave name the Notepad. You can also select, by default it is stored in some location when you install. If you want, you can change the location. I have a location that is created for me. I'll just change it to that. So that easily I can get all my programs. So RPA is my folder. I'll just select that path. So that whatever programs and all the dependencies load, all will be stored in this only. So, and the main, see, everything is getting automated, I told you. Right? I'll show you how it gets automated. The code that is generated behind is always in C# or VB. Means the main framework behind this RPA is C# or this one, VB. It is automatically generated. You need not even worry about it. That code is automatically generated for you because everything I'm going to automate. So I'll click create. So now the process is getting created. Means that big folder is getting created for me. You can just see how it happens now. So here you can see, you are able to see this. This is called as Studio, UiPath Studio, or it is called as a designer. This middle part is where I will be writing my program. This is called a designer panel. Okay, so this is the main panel or interface of UiPath where I can write my programs. Any program it might be. Okay. Now, before I show you all how to write a program, I'll just give you an overview of what all these panels are. In short, I will tell you. This left side, can you see? This left side is called as activity panel. Okay. Activity panel has all the functions that you want to use for your program. Functions here are called as activities. I don't call them as functions here. In C program, I was called as printf function, scanf function I was calling. Here I don't call them like that. I call them as activities instead of functions. Okay. Now I'll show you how similar it is. Say for example, if I want to use for loop, okay, which is used in C language. Ah. There is one, you can see here, I've just highlighted here, for each. It is not simply called as for, it is called as for each here instead of in C language. I will just be dragging here. See, what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on this, holding it and dragging it here. Can you see here? For is automatically inserted. You have to just give on the variable names here. You should give your conditions here, and whatever you want to insert inside that, like any other statements, you have to insert and run it. I'll show you how it works. So this left side, what is there? It all has all the functions are nothing but which are called as activities. So we call it as activity panel. Okay, you need to just drag and drop it. You need not even see. I didn't type anywhere for each. I only dragged it. Automatically that activity was placed. I have to just pass the parameters. Now this top thing, this top horizontal menu is called as ribbon bar. Ribbon bar. Okay, ribbon toolbar it is called as. So new is there are many in this again. How you want to program, you can you are aware of flowcharts. You can write your instead if you don't want to write step by step. If you want to just construct a flowchart and prepare your project also, you can do that. Same notations, no change at all. Oval, circle, those notations only are used. Diamond symbol for if and else conditions and all those. Same thing is used. All are readily available. You have to drag and construct a flowchart, write the condition, and it will run. It will automate. So there are many options to write the program. So that is for sequence, flowchart. The state machines and all are at higher level, next level. So only now, as of now, sequence and flowchart only we will be learning in the associate training part. Okay. This is about new option. Save is normal, save option or save as with a different name. And export is I told you if calculator program was already available, you want to call that. The template you can use. Just give me a second. So this export option, as I told you, and if you want to take any library, you want to call any library, that option is there. Usually we don't use this option at all. Okay. Then debug. There are differences between just running a file and debugging a file. What is the difference? You all are aware in C also. What is meant by debugging? Finding it. Okay, that is used only when you find errors, right? Debug option. How do you debug? You go by step, right? Debug. You put some values and see how it works, what output it gives. Same happens here also. So you have debug option. You get stuck in between, you call this debug. It will go step by step. It will show you what output it is generating, so that it is easy to identify and correct the errors. Okay. And run file. It will run this current file. Then run option is there. Say suppose multiple files are there, multiplication, division. You want to run all at once, okay, in sequence, without going explicitly to that each file. You want to run in a sequence, then you can call this run. So like this, different options are there. Manage packages is, I'll tell you, I'll come to this later, okay. See, every 3 months UiPath keeps on updating its tool. Some new features are introduced. So if you want to reinstall or install any other packages, you can always go for this. We'll see this later. Then test manager is of no use now. App and web recorder. Now, for example, I want to automate where searching in Google. In Google, say I search Eastbound group of institutions. I will type in Google and click a search icon, magnifying glass icon. I want to automate this process. I don't want to do, I want to automate this process. So what you can do is, one option is you can record it. Means There's one record option. First, you will show how you will show the steps. It will record through a video. It will create a video recording of that. What you're doing. It will analyze that video recording and it will automatically generate the program. You don't even need to drag any activity. It will automatically generate the program. Only by just watching that record. All that recording will be converted to code, C# code, and it will transform it into activities. Everything is done automatically. Very nice feature that automation. I mean, what is that app? Okay. Next, computer vision. As of now, we will not use user events. Table extraction. But this is one more useful feature in RPA. Now, for example, in Amazon, you search for a book. Okay, say RPA book only I'm searching. It will show list of books, maybe 10 pages result it will show with the name of the book, author name, publisher name, date of publication and so on, other details. Say now all those 10 pages details I want to extract and store in a Excel sheet. One column will be name of the book in Excel, name of the book, publisher name, author name, like this, different names. Imagine if I tell you to sit and give me the details, I think it will take 2 days at least. Say for example, 30 pages are there. You need at least 2 days to extract all these details, fill in the Excel sheet and make the Excel sheet. If you use UiPath RPA, within 1 second these details, or even if you give 100 pages also, all these details will be extracted, stored in separate column, saved and kept it on your desktop. So that is called as table extractions. All the data is extracted and put it into a table in Excel sheet and it will be stored for you. So that is called as table extraction. If you use that feature, it's very easy. There also you will not sit and write. Only record and everything will happen. So these are review unused variables. This is one nice feature here. Suppose you have created some variables, local variables, global variables. You are aware in C language, right? So same way here also they are there, some variables. Suppose you have created any variable but not used. It's not a good practice to leave in the code. So if you just click this, it will automatically remove all the unused variables. And export to Excel, analyze file. Okay, this is usually used in the companies. They follow best practices always. Means, say before writing any code, always you have to write a comment. So that whenever any user looks into your code, he easily understands. Even if he doesn't know what the code is, just by reading the comment, he should be able to understand. So comment is one best practice. And the function names that you give should be readable form. Right? Book 1, book 2. If I say what, I will understand. If I'm saving, proper name should be given. So best practices. This will analyze file will analyze those all. If there are any such things, it will give you an error saying that you have not followed best practices. Please correct. Okay. Publish. I'll show you publish option later. It comes always at the end. So this is about ribbon toolbar. Activities. I showed you activities. Down there are 3 tabs actually. Activities is what is this one? Project. Project is all your just now whatever I have created, all those dependencies and all are automatically loaded. So those all are shown here, the hierarchy level. Main file is automatically created for you. You can write your code. So as you can see a XAML, what XAML I told you, no? Call? My God. So main file is automatically created and .xml, as I told you, automatically inserted for every file. Okay. So this is about project hierarchy. Snippets, as I said, your calculator, I told you, no, calculator is already there. If you want, you can use those. Coming to the right hand side, this side, properties. Properties is one important panel for each and every activity. Okay. For example, for loop, if I am using, there are some properties that I can always set. If I don't want to keep the name of the for only it will be, but for readable purpose, say for example, I change it to this will loop the table. Something like readable form if I want to change, I can always change those parameters in the property section. Each activity has a property. Say between two activities, between two functions, I want to insert a delay. Okay, this all you can do it using property section. So that is properties. And output you can always see in this. There's one output panel here, outline, objective. Okay, these are all not, we are not going to use now. So I'm not going to concentrate on that more now. So this is basically my, I'll just wind up in 10 more minutes. This is my basically my designer panel where I will be writing my program. Okay. Now, can you see here? There are three tabs here: variables, arguments, and imports. Variables is where I will create my variables that I'm going to use in the program. See, for example, okay, create variable. See, just have to give a. Its data type automatically by default it will be string. Say if I want to change it to integer, I will have just click int. I'm not writing anything here. I'm just clicking and setting it. Okay. So this variable is created. Okay. Now, so hope you have got an overview of this UiPath tool. I will show you one simple example where when I open my notepad file, okay, it's empty in the beginning. I want to type good morning. I'm just taking a small sentence. Say I want to write a huge data also. I don't want to type anything. So what I will do, automatically, let us say, I'm just giving an example of one notepad file. Say at once you want to write 10 notepad files with the same content. That should happen automatically. I don't want to type in all 10 files. I don't want to type the same content. Okay, so that I will show you how to do it. There is one activity called as, see now how I'm going to drag the activities, just watch. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to type good morning in an empty notepad file and that is going to happen automatically. Okay. Say here, type into one activity is there, type into. Okay. I'm just dragging and dropping it here. Type into means this activity, using this activity, I can type anything in the files automatically. Okay. First, I should show the robot where you should be typing. Now, where I should be typing? In Notepad. So, for that, I will open my Notepad file. Okay. Say this is the Notepad file. Keep it open. Don't minimize it. Keep it open. Just I'll go here. Indicate target on screen. One option is there. I'll just click that. Okay, for this is the new activity. I'll take a classic folder one. It is easy for me to show. Okay. So this is the world classic activity. Now they have updated it. There are 3 more options in that. Better I don't use that. Indicate on screen. Okay. So this is the part where I'll be writing. And I've kept it open. I just click one. Just click one. I clicked. It captured the space where it has to type. What you did? You saw what I did? I clicked click on indicate on target screen. When I click that, it automatically whatever is available behind, I clicked on that screen. Okay. Or suppose say I will show you once more. If you want to highlight anything else, indicate on the screen. Say for example, if I want to write something here. As of now, I don't want to write. You can always, I'm telling you, I'm just showing you difference. Wherever you want, you can move. Where you want. Now I want to type here. So I'm highlighting this and just click it. It captured the screen. Now in that screen, what do you want to write? I want to type. Always remember in UiPath, it will be always in double quotes, any string. So in double quotes first I'll give. One double quote if I give, automatically the closing double quote will come. Say I want to just type one simple message, good morning. Can you see here? Good morning I've typed. Okay? That's all. Maybe my content, this content had to be placed in 10 files. Now I'm showing you just for one file. Like this, automatically it will happen. Okay. Now what I will do, just press save and I will run file. You observe what will happen. See that? Did you see this? Good morning automatically got typed. Shall I show it to you once more? I just delete this. Okay, the same notepad file. I will run it. Can you see? How fast it typed? If you had to type, this is just a small sentence, but the imagine that same file, if you want to write, it will hardly take a second if you make it through this. You need to just copy paste that content in this, and if you want to do it for n number of files, you just have to put a for loop, and everything else will be same. You'll have to show the same again notepad where it has to write. It will keep on looping. How many notepad files are there? That many notepad files. It will keep writing the same content. Only one logic is required there. This whole activity type into, I will be just putting it in for loop. Outside I'll be putting on for loop. This type into, I will be placing in that. So every one notepad file, when it gets over, it will keep looping until number of files are completed. Now all the files are automatically written. This was just a small example, but there are some examples which will be amazed to see. There are many such applications will require time here. This was one small application. Okay, like this Excel sheet. If that's 1 lakh records are there, just one. I told you now. It hardly takes even not even half an hour, maybe sometimes 15 minutes to just complete those all records processing. Okay. So there are many more such examples when you start learning in detail. If you want, you can take up this course. Okay. That's all. Any questions?